Hey everyone, I hope you're all well and you've had a really good week. So these are the games that I have been playing over the last few days. These are all the games that are free on Sidequest, so let's get into it. First up we have Absolute Gravity. For anyone as old as I am and remembers the Fzero games on the Super Nintendo, this is pretty comparable. So you control a racing spaceship and you play in a championship. On the full version, they are saying it's going to have 37 circuits with 3 difficulty levels. You get a choice of 100 combinations. 100 combinations. I'm not sure what's happening with my voice today. It's been a very long day at work. 100 combinations of different models that you can acquire over the course of the different races. These can also increase their powers. So this demo version gives you the first 7 circuits. There's lots of power-ups to get and there's lots of AI enemies to race against in this version. Now in terms of graphics, I really like this game. It kind of did take me back to those F-Zero days. In terms of controls though, you only use the one controller and I just couldn't get to the grasp of it. Maybe I'm just playing it wrong, I'm not sure, but the control was what really let me down on this game. Once you've played it yourself, I think you'll kind of get what I mean about the control, so I think that just needs a little bit of tweaking. But otherwise, a good start, potential to be a really cool game. This is free on Sidequest now. So next up we have the game called Drones, where you play in a futuristic environment. There's a lot of futuristic environment based games in this episode. It just seemed maybe everyone's building futuristic inspired polygon based games. I'm not sure, it just seems to be a little bit of a trend at the moment. But it's all about Tron. Maybe everyone's preparing for Christmas when Tron is always on TV at some point. So anyway, you are a drone pilot and you're defending your land from rogue drones invading your airspace. So what I really liked about this was the retro style of gaming. So it is very much like an 80s arcader, and I really enjoyed the music as well. It's got that kind of 80s synth to it. The game itself, again, it suffers from the controls. So you can accelerate and only accelerate, and then you shoot but only when in range. It was a little bit kind of needs a lot of work on it, but I wanted to include it because it's one of those that has a little bit of potential to it. So this is free to download on Sidequest now. So another retro inspired looking game is Jumbobs Arcade. Now this has actually already been out for a little while, but I've only just downloaded it. When I first played this, I played the first game, which is a boxing inspired game, like a lot of the fitness apps where you have to hit the ball. And to be fair, it's okay, it's nothing special. The graphics are very cool, very retro-esque again, but it was nothing special. It's something that we've seen again and again and again. But then I discovered that there is a Simon Says version of the game, which I did enjoy. So it's got multiple levels. You can change how many balls are in the sequence, so you can have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and onwards. And it's just one of those classic simple games which is just great fun to play. It would be cool to have a multiplayer version of this at some point, but something that might come in the future. So what I did like about this was that the developer is working hard on lots of little mini arcade games, and the whole focus on friends and family getting in those high schools and so forth. So this is definitely one to watch in the future. It's free to download on Sidequest now, and it has 2 games built into it, Ball Barrage and Memory Mash, so worth getting. So finally, and by far my favourite game of the week, was Beers and Boomerangs. This is available on App Lab, which you can get to via the Sidequest app. This is a small 2-team based studio, but they've created something quite unique and quite fun. So the premise is very simple. This is only the first level, but basically you are protecting your beers using boomerangs against kangaroos who are trying to steal your beers. It's quite hard to get used to at first, but once you do, it's quite easy to start flinging these boomerangs from left to right and start taking out these kangaroos. What I really enjoyed was the fact that you could also pick up the kangaroos and throw them at each other, and they would explode. Also, if a kangaroo did grab one of your beers, if you threw a boomerang and it hit the kangaroo, the beer would fly back, which you could then catch and throw back into the chiller. So a relatively simple idea for a game, but very, very well executed. The graphics are great, the gameplay is great, the controls are great. This is just something that's really, really looking forward to seeing where they take this and how they can kind of branch off into different areas to make it a really, really exciting game. So get this one for now on Sidequest. It's completely free. It's through App Lab, but you can obviously access that through the Sidequest main app. Okay guys, well thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed, please do subscribe and click a like, and any games you think I've missed this week or I should try out, please pop them in the comments below, and have a good one. Thanks very much. Cheers.